announcing the arrival of His Excellency President of the Republic of Indonesia.
Just moments ago, we witnessed the official arrival of ASEAN leaders here at the Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre. With all the leaders are now here, the summit will soon proceed with the main meeting sessions where key regional issues will be addressed.
And this year's summit comes at a pivotal juncture. With ASEAN's Community Vision 2025 nearing its horizon, today's discussion.
Presiden Prabowo menghadiri KTT ASEAN 2025 yang berlangsung di Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Dalam agenda ini, para pemimpin negara ASEAN membahas berbagai isu-isu utama regional dan global. Beberapa di antaranya adalah tarif Amerika Serikat, konflik di Myanmar, dan sengketa maritim di Laut China Selatan. Acara ini dimulai dengan jabat tangan tradisional ASEAN sesaat sebelum para pemimpin membahas tantangan, prioritas strategis, dan upaya untuk memperkuat persatuan regional. Perdana Menteri Malaysia Anwar Ibrahim, sebagai ketua bergilir, memimpin pertemuan tersebut.
Three, two, one. 3, 2, 1.
Dalam pernyataan pembukaannya, Anwar Ibrahim mengatakan, dia telah menulis surat kepada Presiden Donald Trump untuk meminta pertemuan tingkat tinggi ASEAN-AS tahun ini guna menyelesaikan masalah tarif. Negara-negara anggota ASEAN terkena tarif dagang Amerika Serikat, mulai dari 10% hingga 49%. Tetapi Trump mengumumkan penghentian sementara tarif selama 90 hari bulan lalu. Kebijakan itu mendorong negara-negara tersebut untuk segera memulai pembicaraan dengan Washington.
I would like to take note to congratulate Prime Minister Lawrence Wong for the convincing victory in Singapore. Welcome. Otherwise, we'll have a new member.
Anwar Ibrahim juga menekankan kemandirian ekonomi negara ASEAN. Menurutnya, ASEAN harus mampu bangkit dari berbagai tekanan ekonomi kekuatan negara-negara besar.
And sovereign global developments. Nevertheless, we are thankful for the spirit of centrality and the fraternity among ASEAN member states in being able to come together to forge a common front in dealing with these challenges, including the recent initiative or pronouncement on unilateral tariffs from the United States. As for Myanmar, we have been able to take positive steps within the formation of His Majesty the Sultan of Brunei for his wisdom and most senior member of ASEAN, and follow-up meetings, and the next meeting with former Prime Minister of Cambodia, Samdech Hun Sen. Quiet engagement matters, and this small and the breach may be fragile, but as they say, in matters of peace, even a fragile breach is better than a widening Gulf. I strongly believe in the fortitude and staying power of ASEAN to withstand the headwinds and weather the storms of the challenges and uncertainties facing us. In this regard, I must again thank you, the leaders, for your trust, friendship, and excellent relations at the personal level, at the bilateral level, and the ASEAN level. To be able to, for us together, to convene the first ever ASEAN GCC China Summit, which demonstrates our reservoir of goodwill, empowering us to deepen and expand our partnership and to act with strategic clarity. Above all, we must preserve the multilateral system and ensure that the ASEAN GCC China geoeconomic model continues to play a meaningful role in forging a more inclusive and sustainable future for our region and our people. And as the mandate, the consensus achieved by the foreign ministers in Langkawi earlier this year, I have taken the liberty also to write to President Donald J. Trump to seek his understanding to organize a US-ASEAN meeting, which means we observe seriously the spirit of centrality. It speaks not only to our aspirations, but to our obligations. It is anchored in the conviction that ASEAN's future must rest on the twin pillars of equitable, sustainable growth and enduring resilience. Your Majesty, Excellencies, may I again reiterate my appreciation and thanks to the colleagues. When we embark on a new journey, including having to meet the various forces in Myanmar, the hospitality of Prime Minister Paetongtarn in Bangkok, you gave me that endorsement. And following that, I gave the report informally to all leaders. When we encountered this problem with the tariff, we said proceed with bilateral meetings, but retain that ASEAN consensus, and without exception, all ASEAN leaders gave that tacit approval. I must truly appreciate, and with the coordination of the Secretariat. So I now have the honor to declare the 40.
Dalam pertemuan ini, Presiden Prabowo membawa sejumlah menteri, termasuk Menteri Sekretaris Kabinet, Mayor Teddy, Menteri Luar Negeri, Menko Perekonomian, Menteri Pertanian, dan sejumlah petinggi pemerintahan lainnya. Semoga KTT ini dapat meningkatkan kemandirian negara-negara ASEAN.
Presiden.